All right, so Jeff, tell me, with all the changes happening in the world, in our state, in our city, right? What does it look like short-term future for luxury homes in our market?
I don't think they're slowing down.
I think you are correct. That's what I'm hearing too.
I don't think they're slowing down. What's very exciting, because over the last probably 2 years, the market for materials, raw materials, it's a commodity. It's been all over the board.
Right.
I think the world is finally starting to kind of streamline and get understanding and get kind of back to whatever this normal is.
Right.
So we're able to get raw materials sooner, faster. And I think the manufactured material is being manufactured at a more even pace versus long lead times. As far as the valley goes, I don't think the luxury homes is slowing down. I think people that see the potential in this valley, that see building cost historically, even interest rate historically, they're gonna put their money into a beautiful luxury home. So I don't see that slowing down. I also think that we're kind of at a critical point too. We have hence one of the reasons for the foundation, we have about a 10-year kind of window right now.
Okay.
And every year that goes by is going to get harder and more challenging to build. Every owner that I talk to throughout the entire valley, throughout the country that I know, it's getting harder to find skilled labor. It's getting harder to find people coming into the trades. It's getting harder to get a project done with the current workforce that we have.
Oh, okay.
And so the next 10 years for building is going to probably be the most optimal time to build in a general sense, because of we currently have the workforce we have now, and they're good, but we're losing them. So the average age of a workforce is a little over 40 years old. I think it's 53.
Okay.
So in 10 years, they're 63.
Right.
And 10 years from that, they're 73. They're not in the workforce per se,
Right.
or they're not very effective in the workforce. And so building now is it's probably an optimal time to build. Costs have kind of gotten even for building costs. Is not these high volatility numbers. We can get material in a reasonable time. I shared this with another group. 18 months ago, we were ordering window packages before the building permit was even issued, and praying that everything was perfect with that window package order, with the openings, and making sure that everything was working before we even got a building permit, because they were 22, 26 weeks out, and we'd be just sitting there waiting. And some of the windows were actually 40 weeks out. And so you had these homes, these beautiful homes sitting at a stage in construction because there was a national shortage of aluminum. And now we're back to like a 8, 12, 15-week lead time for these, upper tier windows, which is a more realistic time, so that the homeowner can actually see the house framed up.
Right.
They can make some adjustments. We can still fit that somewhat in without a hard cutoff date, and get the house wrapped and lapped and moved on through drywall phase. So I would actually say for building, it's a little bit less stressful versus the last 24 months. The last 24 months, if you were building a home, it wasn't probably a lot of pleasant experiences, because inflation was kicking cost up. The materials delays were prolonging the build, and all that is frustrating, to say the least.
Jeff, that's very, very interesting to know that that skilled workforce that you have that's working right now, that's in their 50s and going into their 60s and 70s, that time frame that you mentioned of 10 years. Did that play into your foundation? It seems like there should be more people should be doing.
I think if you've been in construction for any period of time, you understand that if we're not training the next generation, the trades are in a pretty critical point.
Sure.
It's made national news. It's been in Forbes and all the major magazines that even Mike Rowe even talks about the trades. It's just been devastating that we don't have the people in it, and they're not coming in. So hence one of the main reasons why the Gibson and Gath Foundation was formed is it's just a small little teeny for a large problem, but it's going to help just the local region out, and hopefully that continues to grow. I've talked to a lot of other business owners that they're trying to do the same thing. they can't hire talent,
Right.
so they got to create it. And because when I went through high school, we were kind of somewhat taught a little bit of a skill set, and we chose to go that way or not. That's disappeared for 20 plus years. So everyone that I talk to that is owners or managers of companies in the Valley and the nation, they're saying we cannot find, I can't recruit talent. We have to train it. And so
sense.
that's the main reason for the Gibson Matt Gath Foundation, is to be able to train some of the high school students so that they can either go on to a traditional 4-year apprentice and go into the trades, or just go into the trades. Because there's not really a requirement. You can just go. And the on-the-job training, you get paid to do it, and there's a lot of fun in this industry. You can do anywhere from excavation to, framing to drywall to concrete to roofing to electrical. I mean, it's unlimited. There's so many opportunities.
The pathways open up in so many different ways for these young people to see these trades and see what passion they might have in what direction.
Yeah, I'm nobody special. I just see what everyone else is talking about, saying that if you want to work hard and you want to maybe get a little dirty with your hands, right now in this country, there's more opportunity than there has ever been, period.